100 interesting facts. 1. Our emotions don't affect the way we communicate. In fact, the very opposite is true. The way we communicate has an influence on our mood. 2. Porcupines float in the water. 3. Interrogative self-talk. For example, "Will I go for a run today?" is more motivating than declaring something to be true, a study found. 4. When you learn, you change the structure of your brain. 5. Men are not funnier than women. They just make more jokes, not caring whether other people like their humor or not. 6. The swastika was actually a symbol of good, until the Nazis got a hold of it. 7. Finland is nicknamed Land of the Thousand Lakes. 8. Our memories can be so easily manipulated that in just 3 hours you can be convinced you committed a crime in your teenage years, a research found. 9. Being lonely is bad for our health. Researchers found that the fewer friends a person has, the higher levels of the blood-clotting protein fibrinogen. 10. A person cannot taste food unless it is mixed with saliva. 11. When you hold the hand of a loved one, you feel pain less keenly and worry less. 12. People who have a strong sense of guilt are better at understanding other people's thoughts and feelings. 13. Sleep-deprived men are more likely to believe women want to have sex with them. 14. Bruce Lee was so fast that they had to slow the film down so you could see his moves. 15. Candles will burn longer and drip less if they are placed in the freezer for a few hours before using. 16. Alexander Graham Bell studied the human voice, experimented with sound and is credited with the invention of the first practical telephone among other scientific achievements. 17. 68% of the people suffer from phantom vibration syndrome, the feeling that one's phone is vibrating when it's not. 18. If you yelled for 8 years, 7 months and 6 days, you would have produced enough sound energy to heat 1 cup of coffee. 19. In the iPhone calculator app, swipe left or right to delete the last number. 20. To make sure someone isn't giving you a fake number, read the number back to them incorrectly and see if they correct you. If they do correct you, then it's the right number. 21. People with a less than robust sex life tend to take on more work to compensate for their lack of fulfillment in the bedroom. 22. The clitoris is a powerhouse of nerves with 8,000 nerve endings, which is double the amount that exists in the penis. 23. Narcissistic and psychopathic people are not as good at manipulating others online as they are in person, research shows. 24. Ripe bananas glow blue under black light. 25. We seem to ignore the ones who adore us and pay more attention to those who ignore us. 26. Remove unpleasant odor in smelly shoes or gym bags by placing dry tea bags in them. 27. Olympic gold medals are actually made mostly of silver. 28. Remove candle wax from furniture with ice cubes. 29. The ocean produces up to 85% of the Earth's oxygen. 30. The pop you hear when you crack your knuckles is actually a bubble of gas burning. 31. Most of the people think that Arctic fox is just white, but in summer, their fur turns dark and blend in with the environment. 32. The word lethargica describes the state of not being able to remember the word you want. 33. By raising your legs slowly and lying on your back, you cannot sink into quicksand. 34. Studies have shown that when people feel like they are in a power position, they become worse at judging a person's feelings based on their facial expressions, indicating a loss of empathy. 35. Nowadays the average high school kid today has the same level of anxiety as the average psychiatric patient in the early 1950s. 36. The Bohemian Rhapsody is the perfect music piece to test headphones and speakers to because of the range of highs and lows. 37. For the ultimate orgasm, abstain from all sexual activity for 3 weeks. That is the amount of time it takes for your testosterone levels to peak and boost your libido. 38. 27,000 trees are cut down each day so we can have toilet paper. 39. Women who have sex at least once a week have more regular menstrual cycles. 40. Sloths only poop once a week and when they do, it can expel 1/3 of its own body weight. 41. Despite the white, fluffy appearance of polar bear's fur, which is transparent, it actually has black skin. 42. There's a blue planet where it rains glass. It's 63 light years away and is a gas giant with a daytime temperature of 2000 degrees Fahrenheit where it possibly rains liquid glass sideways amid 4,500 miles per hour winds. 43. Some of the fastest meteoroids can travel through the solar system at a speed of around 42 kilometers per second or 26 miles per second. 44. Before the eraser, bread was used to remove pencil marks. 45. Long before trees overtook the land, the earth was covered by giant mushrooms. 46. Bodies give off a tiny amount of light that's too weak for the eye to see. 47. Your DNA is fireproof. 48. An experiment in 1998 found that a bright light shone on the backs of human knees can reset the brain's sleep-wake clock. 49. When a person dies, their sense of hearing is the last to go. 50. Titanic has a total length of 2 hours and 40 minutes, the exact time it took for Titanic to sink. Also, the collision with the iceberg reportedly lasted 37 seconds, which is how long the collision scene is in the movie. 51. The longest pregnancy in humans on record is 375 days, or 12.5 months. 52. Elephants are scared of bees. 53. During the First and Second World War, fingers were used for reconstructing noses. The patients got a new nose but lost a finger in return. 54. Dimples on a golf ball help reduce drag, allowing the ball to fly further than a ball without dimples. 55. Some deserts are so hot that when it rains, the water evaporates in the air before ever hitting the ground. 56. The first breakfast cereal was made by adding sugar and milk to pop popcorn. 57. 55 million years ago there were palm trees as far north as the Arctic Circle, with absolutely no ice at the poles. 58. If Thai policemen break the law, they are forced to wear a Hello Kitty armband. 59. Hugh Jackman lost considerable weight for Les Miserables and went 36 hours without water, causing him to lose water weight around his eyes and cheeks, giving him the gaunt appearance of a prisoner. 60. Humans can inflate balloons with their ears. 61. Sylvester Stallone wanted to make sure the boxing scenes looked real in Rocky IV, so he instructed Dolph Lundgren to actually hit him, but a punch to the chest left Stallone in intensive care for 4 days. 62. Commonwealth Bay, Antarctica is the windiest place on Earth with winds of 200 miles per hour being recorded. 63. O.J. Simpson was considered for the Terminator, but the producers feared he was too nice to be taken seriously as a cold-blooded killer. 64. The only continent without active volcanoes is Australia. 65. Earth's longest chain of mountains, the Mid-Ocean Ridge, is almost entirely beneath the ocean, stretching across a distance of 65,000 kilometers. It's less explored than the surface of Venus or Mars. 66. The Great Barrier Reef in Australia is the world's largest reef system. 67. There are beers made out of fossils. 68. Fire whirls are tornadoes made of fire caused by wildfires. 69. Humans have sex the way they do because it is a way of our bodies forcing us to get exercise. 70. The Antarctica contains 90% of Earth's ice. 71. Natalie Portman not only trained for a year as a dancer to prepare for the role of Black Swan, but paid for the training out of her own pocket until the film found investors. 72. The shot of Vincent plunging the syringe into Maya's chest in Pulp Fiction was filmed by having John Travolta pull the needle out, then running the film backwards. 73. Filming the scenes where Lara Croft drives her Land Rover through the jungle had to be reshooted due to snakes and other wildlife falling through the open-top roof. Angelina Jolie herself was reported to be terrified. 74. Daniel Craig lost the 2 front teeth while filming a fight scene of Casino Royale in Prague, the first action scene to be shot, and his dentist had to fly from London to replace them. 75. While the Earth appears to be round when viewed from the vantage point of space, it is actually closer to an ellipsoid. However, even an ellipsoid does not adequately describe the Earth's unique and ever-changing shape. 76. The lowest recorded temperature is in Vostok Station, Antarctica. The temperature recorded was -129 degrees Fahrenheit, on the 23rd of July, 1983. The record hasn't been broken yet. 77. Mawsynram in Meghalaya, India is the wettest place on Earth with an annual rainfall of more than 11 meters. 78. The first electric car was invented at the end of the 19th century and it went 65 km per hour. 79. There are 1,665 steps in the Eiffel Tower. 80. Ohio DUI offenders must use yellow license plates. 81. In the mid-1880s aluminum was more valuable than gold. 82. A man named Charles Osborne had hiccups for 68 years. 83. You probably won't find light switches inside a bathroom in the UK, because of the fear of electrocution. 84. Brazil covers almost 50% of the South American continent. 85. Before the 1800s, people had a first and second sleep. They would sleep 3 to 4 hours, wake up for 2 to 3 hours to do some type of activity, then go back to sleep until morning. 86. There's a village in southern Norway actually named Hell, and every winter it freezes over. 87. In Italy, 17 is considered an unlucky number. 88. Queen Elizabeth II doesn't have a passport. 89. A town in Washington has a treetop bridge over a busy road that's just big enough for squirrels. It's called the Nutty Narrows Bridge. 90. A sheep, a duck and a rooster were the first passengers in a hot air balloon. 91. In The Hangover, Ed Helms is actually missing a tooth. He never had an adult incisor grow, and his fake incisor was taken out for the parts of filming where Stu's tooth is missing. 92. A swarm of 20,000 bees followed a car for 2 days because their queen was stuck inside. 93. Director James Cameron, known for being tough on set, allegedly kept a nail gun on set that he would use to nail cell phones that had the misfortune of ringing to a wall above the exit sign. 94. A woman who lost her wedding ring found it 16 years later on a carrot in her garden. 95. Cows moo with regional accents. 96. If you count how many times a cricket chirps in 15 seconds and add 37, you get a rough estimate of the temperature in Fahrenheit. 97. Phobias may be memories passed down through generations in DNA, according to a new research. 98. Elephants' ears help them regulate their body temperature. 99. People who swear more often are more honest than those who don't, a study found. 100. Most American movie villains have British accents because we associate them with having high intellect and low morals. Thank you guys so much for all of your support on this channel and thank you for 700 subscribers. Let's keep growing together. Have a nice day. Goodbye.